Hi everyone, this is Q, and in this video we will be looking at the concept of long subtraction. I will solve a few examples with you using two methods. One is a traditional method that is taught in the school, and the other is what I usually use. I find when things get a bit complex, there is a higher chance of you making a mistake with the traditional method. Method 2, however, has one additional step. So you can decide what method do you find better, and let me know in the comment section. So let's get started. Long subtraction simply means subtracting longer numbers. Let's start with a simple example, and then we would go to more complex numbers just to make the concept easier. So let's start with 52 minus 35. In the traditional method, what what you would do is you would start going digit by digit from right to left. So let's start. 2 minus 5, over here 5 is greater than 2, so you would borrow 1 from the digit on your left and make this 12, and this from 5 becomes 4. So 12 minus 5 to get 7. 4 minus 3 become 1, and your answer 17. Now let's look at another method. This method is what I usually use, and it's not much different, but you have an extra step. So the way I go with this method is you have 2 minus 5, right, minus 3 on top. Then you have 5 minus 3, right, 2. Now, because you don't have a digit yet for one more number after the 2, so this becomes the 10th place. You just write 20 minus 3, 17. 17 is the answer. Now for a smaller number like 52 minus 35, for a smaller problem, this method would seem simpler. But as you go to a more complex number, method 2 will be clearer because it's the top is not as confusing as this when the numbers grow. Well, let's go to the second example, and we will solve all our examples in this video using both methods. Let's look at our second example. Now this is a three-digit number, so we would do the same, go from right to left. 4 minus 9, because 9 is greater, we would cancel the number on the left, make it 7, borrow 1, this would become 14. 9 minus 14, 5. 7 minus 1, 6. 5 minus 2, 3. 365. Let's look at the problem here. You have 9 minus, 4 minus 9, minus 5. 8 minus 1, it's comes up to 7, so you just write 7, 70 minus 5, 65. So you have 65. Then you have the last digit, 5 minus 2, 3, 365. Okay, let's look at an example with 6 digits and a decimal point. You would do this the exact same way from right to left, but just be careful about the decimal point. So let's start. 2 minus 1, I have 1, 0, decimal point. 1 minus 4, 4 is larger than 1, so you would borrow 1 from here. This becomes 1. goes here. 7. 3 is larger than 1, so you borrow. This becomes 2, and you add 1 here. So this becomes 11. 3 and 11. 8. 2 and 2. 0. 4 and 1. 3. Now let's look at method 2. 2 minus 1 would be 1, 0, point. Now 4 is larger than 1, so you just write minus 3. 3 is larger than 2, minus 1. 3 is larger than 2 over here, so you would write 1. Now because you have a larger number up there, you would solve this first before moving on to the next digit. The numbers that are not solved in front of you are minus 1 and minus 3, so they're 2 digits, so this is the 100th place, so you just write 100 minus 10 minus 3. 100, 90, 87. So you write 0, 8, 7, because remember we are solving for 3 different places, and then 4 minus 1 would be 3. Now let's look at our last example of the video. And in this example, we also have a 6-digit number with decimal point, but we are subtracting a smaller number from a larger number. Now the way you do this would be a little bit tricky, because if you do it the traditional way, how we did the previous 3 examples by writing the first number on top, the second number on the bottom, you will not get the answer. So for this to work, you will have to write the second number first. So just to make things easier, remember that the larger number, so just forget the negative sign for now. Remember, the larger number will always be on top, and the small number will be in the bottom for the workout to make sense. Now let's solve this question. So you would do 5, 3, 8, 5.02. Remember, this is a minus. This is a negative number. The positive number is 3250.07. You are still subtracting, so this is just for you to remember that this is a negative number, this is a positive. So anytime you do this, just write negative before you start solving. This way, when you're done with the answer, you will not make a mistake of thinking of it as a positive number. So we do it the same way as we did the previous 3 examples. 2 minus 7. 2 is a smaller number, so we would borrow from the number on the side. Now this is 0, so you can't really borrow from here. So we would go to the next number. Now this is 5, so we turn this into 4, make this into 10, you turn this into 9, make this into 12. 12 minus 7, 5. 9 minus 0, 9. Your decimal points. 4 minus 0, 4. 8 minus 5, 3. 3 minus 2, 1. 5 minus 3 would give you 2. So the answer is 2134.95. Now it's a negative number because You are subtracting a smaller number by a larger number. Now let's look at method 2 for solving the same question. So write 5,385.02 3,250.07. Remember, this is the negative, this is the positive. So your final answer is going to be negative. So you are subtracting here as well. 2 minus 7. So you get minus 5. This just remains 0. This is 5. So over here you would have 500 minus 0 minus 5. Simple, 495. You write 495. Remember, there is a decimal point in the middle, so do not forget this, because if you don't put the decimal point, the answer will be completely different. It will be a much larger answer than both these values. Then you go 8 minus 5, 3, 3 minus 2, 1, 5 minus 3, 2. 2134.95. I hope both methods make sense, and you can pick whichever method you are comfortable with. Thank you for watching. Goodbye. Thank you for watching my videos. Please hit subscribe and hit the bell icon to keep following.